because I am so excited, guys. I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like it's been a while since I've had one of these calls with you guys. I think it's only been a week. I don't know. Anyways, I'm really excited to share with you guys today. I have sort of a double call, two different topics that we're going to be going over tonight. And we only have half an hour, so let's see how this goes. But I'm really excited because I think these are two good topics. If you've been in this team for any amount of time, you know that a big passion of mine and a big just direction that I want our team to have is one of excellence and one of just this mentality of being girl bosses. And that's something that's a phrase that's used a lot. But in my mind, what I think that means is that we are taking control of our own business. We're taking control of our own life. We are not sitting around waiting for someone to sort of tell us what to do. And yes, there are lots of trainings out there, but we're taking our life by the reins and setting the direction for ourselves. So I think both of these topics, even though they may not seem to go along, they both sort of speak to that sort of mentality of really being proactive to take control of our lives. So I actually do have slides today. If you guys know me, you know that means it's a very special night because I don't usually do slides for my calls. But I have slides for today. So let's get started. The topics for tonight are getting remotivated and then understanding the leadership ladder. So let's just get started with getting remotivated. So why do we need to get remotivated? Well, all of us, every sort of business, every CEO has slumps, right? Times when, maybe you're chugging along, you're doing really good, and then something just comes out of nowhere and you feel like you're losing momentum. You feel like you're losing sort of the drive that you had. And there are lots of reasons why these slumps can happen. You could be in a really busy season. We're all coming up to the holiday season, and that is a very busy season. So definitely as a CEO of your own business, you want to be thinking about how can I maybe simplify now that we're getting into the holiday season and set myself up so that I can continue to be consistent in my business, even though I have a busy season. But busy seasons come and it can definitely throw you off of your routine. Being sick, or if you're a mom, which most of us are, having your kids being sick, that can definitely throw you off and put you in a slump. Missing a goal, if you've set this big goal for yourself and you're really driving for it and then you miss it, you don't hit it like you thought you would, things don't fall into place, that can just throw you in a tailspin and get you out of your groove. A confrontation, maybe having some negative people in your life who are sort of confronting you on what you're doing and why you're doing it, and that can really throw you off. Being unclear on your purpose and your vision as a coach. So sometimes we have this gut draw to be a coach. We have this gut reaction of like, this is good, this is right, this is what I should be doing with my life. But it takes a while for our mind to kind of catch up with our heart and figure out, really, why am I doing this? Like, what is my clear purpose and voice as a coach? And when you're foggy on that, that can make you kind of get in this sort of unmotivated land. And then being burnt out, just driving so hard, working, burning the candle at both ends, and just burning yourself out, that can also lead to a slump. So if any of these things have happened to you and you have experienced that, let's talk about how we can get remotivated. Because ups and downs happen, and that's fine. But it's how we respond to those ups and downs that determine our level of success. So how do we get remotivated? If you are having a really busy season, things are just going, in the month of August, we threw my parents this 30th anniversary party, which was like basically planning a mini wedding for my parents. And then in the middle of the month, my sister-in-law got married in San Francisco. We flew out there. So definitely August was a crazy busy month. We all have them. Really take a look at your schedule. If you don't already have like a planner or you keep a calendar, maybe part of growing into this role of being a coach means that you need to learn some new skills and learn how to budget your time a little bit better. I know I have a lot. And when you look at your schedule, determine what priority Beachbody has in your life. If it's a priority, then you may need to take things out of your schedule that are not as high of a priority as Beachbody is. So if you've looked at Beachbody, if you've looked at the opportunity of it and you've said, you know what, this is actually really important to me. This is going to be a blessing to my family. This is going to get me to some goals that are really important to me. And so it's going to have this sort of priority, and maybe watching TV is not at that same priority. So I'm going to take some of that out. Or maybe even, just catching up on blogs or reading books, or maybe even, going out. I'm not a big social person, but maybe if you go out every single night with friends, not that you need to cut out your social life, but maybe you need to take one night where you're like, you know what, Beachbody, I'm working that night, so I don't plan events with my friends. You need to figure out what priority that Beachbody is in your life, and you may need to take some things out. Big goals are never achieved without some measure of sacrifice. Again, don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying Beachbody has to be your whole life. That's going to burn you out. We're going to talk about that later. But there are times when you need to say, okay, my schedule is busy, but Beachbody is a priority. So are there things that aren't as high of a priority that I need to remove from my schedule so that I can keep being consistent in my business? And as you know, Beachbody work can take an hour a day. It's not a ton of time, but in busy seasons, sometimes we don't even have an hour of the day unless we're intentional about it. So that's what I would encourage you to do in your busy seasons. During sickness, take care of yourself. Focus on your own health, but let that focus naturally spark a passion for Shakeology or clean eating or self-care or exercise. Let that focus on your own health actually spur you on to continue your Beachbody work. So sometimes I tend to focus on, oh, I gotta post, I gotta blog, I have to put out all of this content for people. But if I'm not investing in myself, I have nothing to give. I'm kind of like, I don't know what to write, I don't know what to share. But when I stop focusing on what I need to put out and start caring for myself and start investing in my own health, all of a sudden, that chicken soup recipe that I found that's making me feel so good, oh, I could share that. Like, it works the opposite way. If you focus on the output, you're not going to come up with anything. But if you focus on yourself and investing in yourself, it will naturally, ideas will come because you are making your own health a priority. If missing a goal is what's putting you in your slump, I say this with all the love in my heart, get over yourself. I am a very goal-driven person, and when I miss a goal, I can tend to throw myself a little pity party and, just kind of like take my toys and leave the playground. But that is not, that's not what a girl boss does. Girl boss can get over herself and say, you know what, I missed my goal. What can I learn from that? And how can I grow? How can I push harder? Maybe I need to get outside of my comfort zone a little bit. Maybe I need to focus on more personal development like I never have before. Maybe I just need to learn some new skills. Maybe I'm just not ready to climb that mountain yet and I need to get stronger. Don't let that missed goal get in your head and make you think, oh, I'll never get there. Because that's not true. You are absolutely able to hit any goal that you can set for yourself. It may mean that you need to just train and get stronger. Just like in your physical life, right? In your workouts, sometimes you can't nail the workout the first try, but it doesn't mean you can't get stronger. So if you miss a goal, get over yourself, push harder, and get remotivated. Get back in the game. If you're having a confrontation, and that is just putting you in a slump, reach out to your success partners. And I'm going to talk about success partners in a little bit, but well, actually, I'll just talk about them now. Success partners are other coaches on our team, or could be a part of BTFP, which is the bigger team that we are a part of. They are other coaches who maybe have started around the same time as you, who kind of have the same goals as you. You kind of feel like, you like their style of coaching, and you can kind of band together and help each other out along the journey. So success partners, I don't know if you guys were able to listen to the National Wake Up Call this morning. If you don't know, Beachbody has a National Wake Up Call at 11 a.m. Eastern every Monday morning. And you can call in, or if you have an app, you can download the Beachbody podcast and listen to that week's podcast and all the weeks in the past, which is awesome. But Carl Deichler was speaking this morning. I think Marlena posted the video on our team page, so you might want to check that out. But he is, for this month, getting a text group of the top 10 Success Club earners, and they're going to keep each other accountable and this and that. And it just got me thinking of how awesome my success partners have been for me. And basically what we do, we don't really talk about how many Success Club points do you have, or how many coaches have you recruited. We talk about, okay, what are you actually doing to move your business forward? What are your goals for this month? Did you work out, or did you just kind of veg on the couch? We get into each other's lives, the nitty gritty of what it takes to build this business. And it's so exciting because I feel so proud every time I check in with my success partners. Like just yesterday, I was checking in with them because it was a Sunday. I was kind of tired. You know how it is on the weekends, especially Sunday afternoons, right? You just want to nap and not do anything. But I knew I had some work to do. And so instead of napping or doing whatever I wanted to, I blogged, I got some work done, I checked some things off my to-do list, and I just sent them a little message on our little group. And I said, guys, I blogged today, and I really didn't want to. I wanted to nap, but I did it anyways. And they were all chiming in with things that they did, even though they wanted to nap. And it was just kind of this synergy and this energy to knowing that you're not alone, to knowing that there are other people who are setting goals and working hard towards them when it would be easier to just veg and chill. And those are the kind of sacrifices that I'm talking about. It's not just sell all and be consumed with Beachbody 24/7. No, it's just those little things, those little times that you kind of just want to veg, but you're like, you know what? This is going to move my business forward. It's not going to take me that long, so I'm going to get it done. And that's what success partners are great for. And they're kind of like that moral support, and they hold you accountable to what you say that you're going to do. So we set goals every month. We check in pretty much every day of just how we're doing. And if we come into any trouble, like a confrontation, for example, I can vent to my success partners. For example, when I first started, I have two sisters, and they were both pretty negative towards me about Beachbody. And, they did it. I know now that they did it out of love, because your family and friends, they want to protect you. They don't want you to get into anything that's going to hurt you. They don't want you to get into anything that might be a scam, or might be, you might fail at, and it might, be hard for you. They just want to protect you, right? So they were trying to protect me, but they were being really negative about what I was doing. And so I was just able to vent to my success partners and tell them how hard it was, and tell them what, they were telling me and how I was processing it. And they were just there supporting me. They were in my corner. They were reminding me why I was a coach. They were helping me refocus on my goals and the heart of my business and what I was really working towards. And so if you are experiencing that confrontation, sometimes you just need to get it out. You just need to verbally, just let things out and vent. And your success partners are going to be awesome for that. So if you don't have success partners, maybe check in the Team BTFP group, or let me know, and maybe I can connect you with some other coaches who might be a good fit for you. All right. So if you are unclear on your purpose and voice, I would say keep going. Don't wait until everything is clear and in order before you start sharing and coaching and inviting and doing all these things. Because I will tell you from personal experience, it took me a while. to actually figure out what my voice was, to actually figure out, I call it a platform, right? Because none of us really, you don't get behind Beachbody's products. You get behind Beachbody's message, right? Yes, we love the products, but none of us really feels passionate about saying, buy a challenge pack, buy a challenge pack. We get passionate about the message that's behind that. So for me, for example, my platform is telling other moms, you're worth it. You are worth investing in. You are worth taking care of yourself. You will be a better mom when you invest in your own health. And that's really my passion. That's really my platform. And that's what I try to say. And I feel like the Beachbody programs are a tool that you can use to invest in yourself, to value yourself, to strengthen yourself. And that's my platform. But it took me a while to understand that. But I didn't just sit on my hands and wait until I understood that platform before I started coaching. So I would say keep going. Don't wait until everything is clear and in order. But as you're coaching, keep your eyes and ears open for what tends to resonate with you. Maybe you need to read other Beachbody coaches' stories and find out what parts of their story might resonate with you because they've been doing it longer and maybe they can articulate it better. Because a lot of times, like I said, our gut and our heart resonates with something before our minds can articulate what exactly that is. So sometimes you need to follow and listen to other Beachbody coaches as they articulate their sort of platform, and you might get bits and pieces that you feel like, oh, yes, like she just said what I've been feeling and I didn't know how to put words to it. Start writing out your dreams, start writing out your passions, your ups and downs, your story, and you may be able to begin piece by piece to find your voice and your purpose. But don't let that stop you from coaching, from investing in people. Because even though it's maybe a little frustrating if you don't know for sure what your voice is, you will find it as you start working and as you start investing in people. And then the last way that you might be feeling unmotivated is if you're just flat out burnt out. You've been burning the candles at both ends, working as hard as you can. And yes, it's fun and we love it. And it's just, you know, the thrill of hearing somebody who's lost weight, feeling better about themselves as you give that gift to other people. There's nothing better, but you can get to that point, especially because this is a job where you're investing in people, and it's a very personally, just a very relational business that can really wear you out. And that can really, if you're just giving and giving all the time, at a point you can really just burn out. And so if you're feeling that way, take some time to unplug. Your challengers will be there tomorrow. I suggest taking at least a full day. Don't answer any messages. Don't even get on Facebook if you need to. Facebook will be there tomorrow. Refresh yourself. Take a breath, and then when you move forward, try to keep it at a 6, right? So if it's on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like you don't even notice if your kids are running around on fire, like you are so in the zone. That's 10. We don't want to get there, but keep it at maybe a 6. And if you're really pushing for a rank or you're really pushing for a goal, maybe take it up to an 8 for a season and then take it back down to a 6. I think 6 is a good place to live and to stay, and that's sustainable. Pare down to just the essentials. Pare down to just the 3 vital behaviors or, our revitalized checklist. Like, just stay simple, leave the rest behind, and feel secure in the fact that these vital behaviors are proven and tested, and you can rest in them if you do them consistently. So I hope that that's helpful if you're feeling unmotivated, if you're feeling a little stuck, if you're feeling a little burnt out or in a slump. I hope that those things are helpful for you to be able to get remotivated. So, shifting gears. The leadership ladder. What is the leadership ladder and why is it important? The leadership ladder is a new tracking system that Beachbody has started. I love it. Before the leadership ladder, the only tracking systems that you had was Success Club and your rank, right? Emerald, Diamond, Ruby, whatever. So now Beachbody has a leadership ladder that actually looks at more aspects of your business, and it can help you see where your weaknesses are and build a more sustainable organization. So it can help you to really see, okay, I'm building my rank up, but I'm not really thinking about these other areas of my business. And if you neglect those, your rank is going to be shaky and you may not progress your business as strongly as you might want to. So the leadership ladder helps you look at all those things. All right, so here are the leadership ladder benchmarks. The leadership ladder takes into account, actually, let me just crop this a little bit so that you guys can see a little bit better. The leadership ladder takes into account several different metrics for, tracking what is going on in your business. And I obviously do not know how to crop an image here. So the first thing that it takes into account is your commissions. How much commissions are you making each month? You want to see that growing, obviously. Yes, we all want to see our commissions growing. And you want to make sure that that's happening, that your income is progressing. You want to be able to track that and see that you're growing. So to be the first rung on the leadership ladder is the business starter here in the orange. That means that you're making at least $100 a month, covering your Shakeology every month. That is a huge goal that I have for all of my coaches. I want all of them to be getting their Shakeology for free. Your commissions are paying for it. That means that you are hitting Success Club 5, which just means you help 3 people a month get started on their journey. You are a coach rank, and the other 3 metrics do not apply because you don't have any coaches under you yet. But you would be a business starter if you hit those 3 qualifications: $100 a month, Success Club 5, and a coach rank. Once you hit that, on the online office, they're going to show you now what the next rung, what you need to hit the next rung. So you can kind of like celebrate your success. Yay, I'm a business starter. And then you see, okay, let's move up to the next one. A team builder is the next rung. That means you're making at least $250 a month. You are hitting Success Club 5. You are an Emerald coach. And 2 of your personally sponsored coaches have at least 1 Success Club point. So this is important, where you're starting to go from, earning Success Club points yourself to empowering your coaches to earn Success Club points. So you want at least 2 of your coaches to have at least 1 Success Club point. Maybe they're not hitting Success Club 5, but they're at least getting their feet wet and they're getting points. And then your weak leg has 200 volume. Now, volume is kind of an advanced subject that I should probably do an entire team call on. But basically that just means, we have 2 legs. On the weaker of your legs, the coaches under you are generating at least 200 volume for the entire month, okay, which is really not that much because Shakeology is 90. So if you have 3 coaches on your weak leg, you would have at least 200 volume on your weak leg. The next rung is team leader. You're making $1,000 a month, hitting Success Club 5. You're a diamond rank or above, and you have 4 coaches who have at least 1 Success Club point that month, and your weak leg volume is 5,000 a month. So that's a big jump. From team builder to team leader is a big jump. You're going from emerald to diamond. You are increasing your weak leg volume substantially from 200 to 5,000. That's a big jump, but that's really an awesome place to get to is team leader. That's when you're a strong diamond. You have 4 coaches under you who are actively building the business because they're getting Success Club points. And that's a really cool place to be because a lot of diamonds don't ever make it to team leader status. But they feel like because they're diamonds, they've made it. And they kind of throttle back. Team leader gives you several other benchmarks to keep you hungry, to keep you moving forward. So maybe once you become a diamond, you think, oh gosh, to get to 1 star, 2 star, 3 star diamond is like I can't even think about that. But to get to team leader, it helps you build evenly across all the metrics that you need to have a strong business. The last two, organizational leader and executive leader, obviously your income is going up substantially, $2,500 a month, hitting Success Club 5, at least a 2-star diamond for an organizational leader, having 6 coaches under you with Success Club points, 15,000 in your volume, and having 2 team leaders under you. So now you're starting to duplicate. Instead of being a team leader, now you're an organizational leader and you have team leaders under you. And then executive leader, you can see 8,500 a month, Success Club 5, 5-star diamond, 8 personally sponsored coaches with Success Club points, 50,000 in your weak leg, and 4 team leaders under you. So this is just something that's great to really give you more than just, I want to hit emerald. I want to hit diamond. But really, I want to build a strong, sustainable business over all the different levels so that I can have that income, that freedom. I can grow into that leadership role where I'm not just a diamond, but I have coaches under me hitting Success Club. And, you want to continue to pay it forward. So I would encourage you, I'm going to obviously share these slides when I put up the team call recording, to tell me where you are in the leadership ladder. When you log into your online office, there's that little box that tells you your Success Club points, right? There's another tab on that box that will show you your leadership ladder status. So I believe by tomorrow you should see it. In the first couple days of the month, they don't show it because the month just started, but at least by the 6th or 7th, you'll see it. And I want to hear, where are you? Are you a business starter? Or are you trying to get to business starter? Are you a team builder? Where are you on the leadership ladder? And what do you need to work on in order to get to the next rung? You should have strategies for each piece, right? This is what we've been talking about, how to be a girl boss. That means you have strategies. That means you don't just do it willy-nilly, but you have goals and things you want to do to make those goals a reality. So how are you going to hit Success Club, right? Success Club 5 is required for all of them. How are you going to hit Success Club? Are you going to expand your network? How are you going to do that? Are you going to share more of your story? What parts of your story? How are you going to share it? Are you going to be bold to invite people? How are you going to advance and rank and grow your weak leg volume and increase the number of coaches that you have earning Success Club points? Well, you've got to recruit more coaches. You've got to envision them for the potential in this company and this opportunity. You've got to understand what's standing in their way and brainstorm with them how to remove those obstacles and lead by example. Show them how you're doing it and hold them accountable to their goals. They told you they want to do the 3 vitals every day that week. At the end of the week, you got to check in with them and say, how did it go with the 3 vitals? Encourage them when they've done something right. Empower them. That's how you advance in the leadership ladder, is you have strategies and you execute them. So I hope that this was helpful. I know it was kind of a mismatch of information and topics, but I think that if we can keep ourselves motivated no matter what slumps or what obstacles come in our way, being too busy, being sick, being burnt out, we can keep ourselves going, keep ourselves motivated, be girl bosses, take control of our businesses, and then really looking at the leadership ladder, where do we need to grow? Every coach has their weaknesses. Some coaches kill it in volume, but their coaches don't hit Success Club points very much. So maybe you need to turn your focus towards that. Maybe your coaches do awesome, but you're having trouble rank advancing. So everyone has different weaknesses, and the leadership ladder is an awesome tool to help you identify what those are and start working on them. I am always open. Guys, strategy is like my favorite thing in the world. And I am always open and available if I'm your upline to set up a call with me, and I can help you strategize. I can help you see where you're weak. I can give you some tips on what might be good for you to invest in and to look at. I've done a lot of getting to know you calls with my coaches, and so I feel like much more empowered to actually give you advice now that I know you guys so much better. And if we haven't done that kind of call, then set up that call with me too. I really feel like the more we band together, we will be stronger as a team and we will have stronger businesses individually. So does anybody have any questions? We have like 4 minutes. It gives me a little timer. 4 minutes and 21 seconds left on the call. But if you want to, there's a little Zoom chat here. Feel free to, shoot me a question. I know the leadership ladder is a bit advanced, especially if you're a new coach. Don't worry if it's confusing, if volume is confusing. That is something you can learn in time. But it is kind of cool to know what that is and just to start thinking about it. As you go into the online office and log in more often, things will start falling into place for you. But yeah, so Marlena is going for business starter. She doesn't want to chicken out. We will hold you accountable to that, Marlena. Business starter is really exciting because that's when your Shakeology is getting paid for. That's when you are hitting Success Club 5. Those are all amazing things. And what I love also about the leadership ladder, sometimes you can get stuck at a certain rank. Like let's say you're Emerald and you've been Emerald for a while and for some reason you just can't seem to get to Diamond or whatever. Maybe that's outside of your control. But you can control maybe that your weak leg volume is now at the level of a team builder or whatever, and you can celebrate that. You guys should be celebrating your successes as coaches publicly on Facebook. When you get a rank advancement or when you get some team volume that's just really exciting, or you hit Success Club, talk about it. Be excited about it. You earned that. And I think part of this journey is working hard and being proud of what you have accomplished. So I am going to be boasting about you guys like crazy as much as I can, but I think you guys should boast about yourselves too. My scheduling link is in our team page. There is a pinned post. The very top says, "Welcome to the Shine Tribe." It's the very first post you see when you log into the group. In that message, you will find a link to Coach Basics if you want to refresh some things from Coach Basics, and a link to schedule a meeting with me, a phone conversation. So you're welcome to schedule those whenever you like. All right, guys, we have less than a minute, so I'm going to sign off and say good night. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I so appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.